Hey everybody, this is the Esoteric Cross. I make videos about how to gain your personal power while learning ancient secrets, and if that sounds like something that you're into, please hit the like button and subscribe and gain insight from this perspective in the cosmos. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about divine feminine energy. I definitely feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about divine feminine energy, so I'm making the series on the divine feminine and divine masculine. We will discuss the different archetypes in gods and goddesses, and also hidden meanings behind them. We all contain divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. And it's not about male or female, or about acting more feminine or more masculine. Think of it more in terms of electrical energies. You have a positive charge and a negative charge. There's so much to cover within this series, but in this video I want to give a brief rundown of the divine feminine energy. Feminine energy is the receptive type of energy. In the physical reality, the forces here are dualistic. We have light and dark, positive and negative, up and down, men and women, right and left brain. All of these things have something in common. They come together to create a perception. When we know up, we understand down. It takes a man and a woman to create a baby, a new life, and the right and left brain come together to create a mind to perceive the world. And I just want to make something clear that this is not truly about being a woman or a man. This is not about sexuality or gender roles or anything like that. As I was saying before, we contain both energies, no matter what you look like. It's very important to have these energies in balance with one another, and you'll see why in a moment. The first example I will use to describe feminine is going to be the moon. The moon is a huge archetype of feminine energy. It's very obvious because the moon has a large effect on our water here, and water is a very feminine element. Think of it, we are born from our mother's water. Water is the flow, the change, the carrier of life. This moon has the effect on the tides and the way that the water flows here on Earth. The moon also has an effect on the female reproductive system, and it has a large effect on the feminine energy that happens here on Earth. Now, the moon is largely associated with intuition, psychic abilities, and subconscious energy. This is a huge part of what divine feminine energy is all about. This is the astral realm, which is what is just behind the physical. The astral is constantly giving birth to the physical, and this is basically the universal subconscious energy. Now, why is the moon feminine and the sun masculine? The sun is a force that is creating light and constantly shining it out. The sun is conscious energy. The sun is light. Light is masculine because it is protruding and penetrating, and the darkness is the receiver of this light. Darkness is inherently feminine. Now, this does not mean good or evil. This does not mean physically male or female. The sun produces light of its own, and the moon does not. The moon is feminine because it receives the sun's light and it reflects it to the earth. Now, think of how this relates to the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The sun gives life to the earth. Consciousness gives light to the body. The sun shines light onto the moon, which reflects that light onto earth. The conscious mind programs the subconscious mind, which reflects that program onto the physical reality. The sun will always represent consciousness. The moon will always represent subconsciousness, and the earth will always represent the physical reality. Attuning to the moon and the cycles of the moon is a great way to get in touch with feminine energy, and a great way to program the subconscious mind when you work with it. So, as I was saying, the divine feminine energy is represented by darkness. Again, this does not mean evil. This is subconscious energy, or energy that has not been yet brought to light by the conscious. Another very important archetype of the divine feminine is something that we call the black sun. The black sun is truly nothing, no thing. It is non-existence. It's honestly not even darkness. This is a bit hard to describe because it's really hard to imagine nothing. The original God, the oldest of the old, is the black sun. This is like the grandmother of the universe, a blank slate, a blank canvas. Darkness gives birth to light. Feminine gives birth to the masculine. And then this light shines into the darkness. The darkness receives the light, and perception is born. Reality is formed. And then everything expands. The mother of reality is form and darkness. But the true mother, the grandmother of reality, is the black sun. This energy is very, very old and is not something to really be played around with. This is because it can bring a very destructive quality. This dark black void brings death and destruction. It can absorb everything in its path and transform it into nothingness. But also on the flip side, this energy is also what births the new light. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the new light is brought out from this black void. The reason that people work with the black sun is because this energy brings an immense amount of power. It is the oldest of the old. Now that we have talked about this universal grandmother, let's talk about the mother. And this is form. Again, form is inherently darkness and lifeless. It is the light that illuminates this form to give a perception. If the sun were not there, you would never see any of the planets. You would never see the moon. Honestly, you would not even exist, and neither would they, because there would be nothing to revolve around. Form is darkness. Light shines onto form and gives it the ability to be seen. This is the same process as your mind, because the conscious mind not only programs the subconscious mind, but it shines light onto the subconscious. That means things that are below the surface can be brought to light and be dealt with. This is why it is so important to balance these two energies, because if left unbalanced, it is very likely that almost no subconscious energy is being brought to light, no shadow work is happening, and no real progress is being made. Life is played out with no real thought to anything deeper and nothing beyond the physical. That is a sad state to live in because there's no true sense of meaning or purpose. We come here to the physical world to experience and make sense of it and to evolve ourselves and then help humanity. Feminine energy is very often not thought of in the world that we live in. This is a type of energy that is not only receptive but also creative, as it is birthing reality at all times. I'm so excited to get more into this series as we talk about the divine feminine archetypes and goddesses: the moon, Venus, Aphrodite, Sophia, Isis, the Virgin Mary, Virgo, the black sun, the feminine pillar on the Kabbalistic tree of life, and so much more. If you want access to exclusive content and live streams, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. If you're interested in working with me, I do offer one-on-one coaching for beginning ceremonial magic. My program is about balancing and working with the 4 elements, and I think that this could be very beneficial for you. Just send me an email about my 4 Corners program. My email is in the description of this video. I also offer private tarot readings, and you can reach out to my email for more information. I hope there was something new that you were able to take away from this video. If so, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.